is self-discipline, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone.
Hill.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh shoot. Hey, oh.
Brown skin, thick and pretty.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode from Boyz and Men. I'm your host, Mr. King. And episode from Boyz and Men. As you see by the title today, we're talking about time management, which is a big part of everything we got going on today. I struggle with this very much, so a lot. But I got some co-hosts on today, so I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Actually, I already know who they are. I'm just out and say their names. If y'all forgot where they from, that's y'all fault. But without further ado, let's start with you, Xavier.
Well, my count. Oh, what's up? What's up? Y'all already know I'm Xavier, head of exclusive catering. I'm local from the city. I do a lot of different things. I'm just event management. I do a lot of event branding, management, branding overall. A lot of Pensacola positivity. That's what I'm all about.
Yes, sir. And you got a something coming up too soon.
Hey, bro, catch me at Wedgewood Park for the second annual Pensacola Pink Picnic, the pinkest free family festival you ever seen in the city. If you're not there, you're definitely square.
Yes, sir. And without further ado, the other guy to my left is you.
What's up, everyone? My name is Kendall. I'm a mental health therapist, man. I'm trying to spread some positivity in the world. I'm doing my thing. Just running on me. What's up?
Oh yeah, his last name is Jordan, y'all. Yes, he's related to that Jordan.
No,
Ballin'.
Why can't just let me have this moment? Let me have this moment. He's related to that Jordan. Kenny Jordan. If y'all know him in Pensacola, yeah, he's probably broken a couple of y'all ankles. So yeah, his brother is no other than the other KJ. Yeah. But what's going on, fellas? Yo, like you said, man, we talking about how do I put this? Time management. It's funny because they say time is an illusion anyway. But at the same time, too, it's like we don't get enough of it to fit everything we need to fit into our day and our lives and everything else, too. Yeah. Like me personally, y'all, I'm struggling trying to figure out how to include everything I got going on, trying to fit my kids in there, make sure that I see them all the time. I got to make sure it's a lot. I be thinking like, I got 24 hours in the day, use them wisely. Go to work, boom, go home, try to see them a few minutes.
Everybody get 30 minutes.
Yeah, everybody. It seems like they only get 30. Because like my little girl, I seen her for the first time this Sunday, this whole year.
Yeah.
And the further thing about it, I've been busy every weekend now. I can only get her on the weekends because she's in school now. So it's like, where does the time go? It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like for me, I don't have kids, so that free up 4 hours of my day.
Yes, sir.
I spend my time on my phone, man, just trying to think of all kind of stuff I can do with my time. Sometimes I have too much time, sometimes I don't have enough. Seem like, and then when I got too much time in my hand, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. And so, of all the things I want to do, I be trying to figure, I want to rest, I want a vacation, I want to spend time, building the brand. But then you waste that time sometimes. Big facts.
That's true. Big fact.
I feel like it's prioritizing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't use 24 hours. So I want to rest my body or be active in my body. You feel me?
I have to speak up a little bit, Ken. So they can hear you.
Yo, can you hear me?
Huh? I'm gonna be like,
bro, I ain't over here now.
But no, just stop now.
All right.
For the aesthetics.
But no, I feel like you gotta just use your time wisely. So, you gotta prioritize something like you want to, be present for your family and all that kind of good stuff. But your family gotta do their own thing. If he fall,
if I would have fell on live, man. Look, if I would have fell on live, y'all, I better go viral.
I would just say viral moment.
Viral moment. But what are you saying, Kendall?
I just want to like prioritize your time. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. Because I'm having a hard time too. Like I just have kids, so you know, it's hard trying to be present for your child and
Yeah.
you know, make a better life for your child. So it's hard getting both of them done, but
And you said something perfectly right there. It's like either you got a time you can spend time with them, they get that quality time, or you can go to work and get something for them to be able to provide for them. And it's like you hear about different ways that you can do game, but when you think about it, you're still gonna be out there spending time trying to grind and get it off the ground, or like there's still time of waiting. I think, especially like the field that I'm in, I look like, dang, I know the higher I achieve, the less time I'll have with those that actually matter to me. Yeah, but it's crazy when you think about it like that. When you, like, is there ever enough time for for those you love?
Yeah.
Oh, look, hey, y'all. Speaking of time management, we got y'all see you right there in the black chair. All right. Well, yeah, you walk around this way. I'm gonna catch them on all the cameras, y'all, so y'all see. The name of the topic, like you said, is time management. Yes, ooh. Oh, you slide around.
I was on your neck. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, we can.
I'm sliding by you about to go.
And sir, and our last person for the panel tonight. Without further ado, King Harris, what you did that, man?
Yes, sir.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
CP time.
I had fell into a deep, mean ass nap. I underestimated my time for real. So,
Hey, Kendra, you just said that. He was just talking about that. He's like, either you got time to rest your body or
listen, I got up, I said, listen, I got time. Hit this quick little 35, 40.
Sound like an hour and 45, 30.
Listen, brother,
3 hours.
two strong, good hours. I was like, well needed, but let me get my, you know what I'm saying?
I think it happened to the best of us because look, we all beat up. We all get up. Oh, Xavier, I see you on the chat. I see your chat message.
Who?
Yours.
Where I'm at? Oh, no, live.
Please respond if you hear sound.
Oh, yeah, we sound checking.
Making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we just get started.
Yes,
Yeah, we
sir.
actually we
Well,
only.
shit, I mean, we all got a little time, man. We supposed to start like 2 hours.
Yeah. We was. You know,
He knew I was gonna be. You know,
yeah, I felt like you were gonna
I
be on
put the
CP
blame
time.
on me, you
It was a
know?
little CP time and everything. Oh shoot, I'm switch this whole thing to black. Hold up, get back my camera. Oh shoot, I'm good. We good back. All right. My bad, y'all. I clicked the wrong button.
Well, you smell good, boy.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Hey, what's that? Where is that?
What is
That's
that?
the one, you know what I'm saying? That's my own fragrance right there, you know.
Oh, love that on me.
Got an own fragrance and stuff.
Yeah, it's been a while. Been around for a while, but about 3 years I've had it. I was pushing it kind of strong like the first year and a half, and I'm a one-man band, so.
Hey, I feel you on that one. Hey, trust me. Matter of fact, I think everybody on here is a one-man band.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, I have people that help me, you know, with little stuff here, and I don't want to discredit people completely, but
Yeah.
as far as like the creating, thinking, and executing, one-man band.
I discredit everybody.
Oh yeah. But back to what we was talking about, time management. So I know a lot of us got a lot of different things going on, like kids, newborns, starting families and everything. And then you got
Brandon
and Vince
working.
Cornell.
Yes, sir.
And then you also got musician in the studio, trying to get music video, trying to create new stuff, trying to acting and everything else too. So you think about it, like with all this stuff going on, it's like, dang, what's really our end goal? What we trying to achieve? Because time is the most valuable thing we got in this world.
True. Ain't enough of it.
And exactly.
It really
It really ain't.
But I know for me, I don't know. That question been kind of, I've been getting that question a lot, but it's really not like end goal for me, really. I don't, it's kind of, I feel like it's more so second nature for me. I feel like as long as I'm perceived, I'm going to be doing what I do. Hopefully it grows to bigger and better levels.
For sure.
But if it don't, I'm very content with the fact that I've got to experience what I consider my dreams. So,
For sure.
might not have been on a major scale that I would have liked to see it on at some point, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I don't know now, because I've seen you on some big stages now.
oh yes, sir. And plan to be on some bigger stages, really.
Yes, sir. Most definitely will.
And you're on the radio now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Hill. Shout out to DJ Hill.
Yeah, because and for anything about it, I said the same thing last year. I said, if my acting career never take off further than what it already did. Like, take me. I achieved it.
You did what you did,
I officially, I was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I seen myself on the big screen. My son seen me on the big screen, which was cooler than anything else too.
Facts.
He's like, he said that dude put a gun on my daddy. I was like, hey, it was acting. But like, he really like hyped just to see it. I was like, just for me to let him see that was big because I'm like, he seen me go for my goal, my dream.
Right.
I achieved it.
Right.
May took some time away from them, but like, I ain't gonna lie, my kids my biggest cheerleaders.
And to them,
And
that's probably
inspiration.
that probably is the biggest of the biggest to them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
And look, I realize that because like, you don't know how much the people look up to you. Like especially my kids. Like, I joke around with them. I bully them a little bit too. I'm their bully.
right.
I am their bully. I'm like, if anybody else is gonna bully you out there in the world, it's gonna be me.
Right.
Now everybody else, I'm
You gotta
trying.
give them that first lift.
Exactly. I'm trying to give them that little conditioning. So basically, when you do step out there, ain't nothing worse than you.
Yeah. What's tough won't be so tough.
Exactly.
They have a great sense of humor too.
Oh yeah. Cause like I told my son numerous of times, like, man, it's just words. Control your emotions. If you can control your emotions, that means they never winning. No matter how much you try to get under your skin.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I appreciate the time that I did spend with him doing that little stuff. Everybody's like, oh, you being too hard on you doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing with him. I was like, nah. Because, no offense, he's a black man in this world. No matter what his age is, he's a black man in this world. And they're going to try to do anything in their power to always bring her to. So I need you to be point. Even though you don't know, you think it's all fun and games, but everybody else is like, nah. Sometimes they trying to egg you on.
Right.
You can't let them see you sweat,
Right. True.
unfortunately. And it sucks to be
Yeah.
My opinion on time management when it comes to family is a little different from most people in the room because my setup, see, my mother, we were very separated, you know what I'm saying? I came up, with other parts of my family. I'm not saying she wasn't there, not saying she ain't raised me, but we didn't get as much time, that quality time as I would have liked to. I'm still in my 30s, I'm in my 30s now. I'm about 32 from 33. So I'm still relearning, my mother. That quality time we could have spent when it comes to time management, her time was spent, I guess you can say, fixing when I was coming up, wanted to do when she was younger. And she still hasn't had the chance to really live out the thing that she wanted to do. And then I was speaking to my father earlier before we started the show and everything. We didn't spend no time together. And so right now, I'm really just focused on me. Just like he kind of really just focused on him. And so when it comes to the time you get to spend with other people, you really got to be kind of pick and choosy on how you spend and who you spending with and how that's going to on you and the people around you in the future. Because I'm learning that day by day more and more. Just still having to, I've known some people all my life, still having to turn around and say, yeah, I told you 30 years, you know what I'm saying? But I still do not know you, you know what I'm saying? Even though I've been around, when it comes to time, and interpersonal relationships, it seems like even when the time is there, it depends on how you spend it and, what you getting from it, is important overall. It's very important to slow down sometimes and I mean, you could take an hour, make it last like 2 hours. Like I said, we could chill here for an hour, not talk about nothing, or we could sit here for an hour and talk for the consistent hour. It might feel like 2 hours. The content from that hour, you know what I mean? And so I feel like I'm living my life kind of in a parallel universe. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I've known a lot of people for a long time, but even yet and still, I do not know. You know what I'm saying? Or we have not experienced, or we have not learned. You know what I'm saying? Or we have not come to a certain understanding. You know what I'm saying, of each other and experiences that we could get from each other. So I just want to put that on the table.
Ooh, so.
Because y'all talking about kids and everything else like that, you know, going forward and stuff. So just coming from a different opinion, different perspective.
I like that perspective. As far as, because I kind of catch myself going through the same thing as far as relearning people. Or
Yeah.
Looking at things different. But when it comes to parents, like my parents, they were around, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still, as I'm getting grown, like, as I'm my third, I've been grown for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of like understanding and learning them, like looking at them more of people than mom and dad. A lot of stuff I kind of see that when they were saying, tell me little stuff, whether it was something serious or not, I just like, okay, I kind of get that. Or the more the older I get, now they come talk to me about problems just as being a person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I know they had these issues. I'm like, hey, I got these, bro. I had these thoughts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, it's refreshing and bittersweet in certain areas dealing with certain people sometimes. You know, you kind of learn some things too. Don't always learn. You're not figuring out for the best. You figure out, you know, there's no problem with anyone, but some things you learn, we kind of not on the same level, playing field in life right now. You know what I'm saying? So they can be difficult too. But you know, so sure. I agree with you, man. But it's a little thing to pick up on.
What you was about to say, Kevin?
No, I feel like, you know, at the same time, as I'm getting older, I'm learning that people change. But, you know, in a year, you know, plus, 5 years, you're all another person you was way back then, you know what I'm saying? So, people change over time. And so, like, you can definitely tell how someone uses their time in their life in the next 5 years, who the only person will be. You know what I'm saying? Chris, like you were saying, you now an actor. Shoot, when I first met you, I was like acting. You know what I'm saying? So like, you a brand new person. Right. You know, since the first day I ever met you. So I feel like, you know, keeping that in the back of your head, understanding like the person I am right now, I'm not gonna be in the next 5 years. Period. No matter if it's good, bad, left, whatever. You're gonna be a completely different person. You know? So.
And funny you said that because it's like this is one of my best friends, but you know, certain people know you so long, they just got this one viewpoint of you. Mm-hmm. Like every time when me, him, and a friend might go sit down and eat, I always feel like they always still viewpoint me as this person. Like, man, hey, and then sometimes you feel like you gotta go out there and prove that you ain't the same person. Yeah. But then you like, bro, I don't got to prove nobody nothing. It's like we don't see each other through these periods of time throughout the day, or not throughout the day, throughout the years, after the decade. Like you see me doing this portion, right. You don't see everything, right. And it's like really when me and one of my friends we had a fall out a couple years ago. I had to realize, you know, you never really set the standard for your friendship. What is like hey, this is not acceptable, this ain't acceptable, boom, boom, boom. I had to go back and redo that. I was like, hey, man, like back then, yeah, we were doing that. It ain't the same stuff now. We a little bit older. Right. We gotta sit down and really, like, that back then, cool, I ain't care. Now, hey, man, we shouldn't be doing the same thing as this today, what we're doing 10 years ago. Like, mindset didn't change, the things I want to change. Like, even from, like, last year to this year, the things I want in life has changed. Like, I seen what could be attainable. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, I done got a taste.
Yeah, it's the whole pie.
I want the whole fucking pie. And it's crazy because, like, I know it's possible. Mm-hmm. And same thing with parents and, like, in general, it's like, my therapist told me that look at them as who they are, not we get this hero mentality of them when they mom and dad. We think they're invincible. Like, oh, boom, you Superman, Superwoman. But in reality, they just trying to figure the shit out just like we trying to figure the shit right now.
That's true.
I go.
I like to tell people too, like, don't beat yourself up in them stages because you don't know until you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't know until you know. So I don't know, and I look at that too, like the part of the movie we don't see. Like, you know, the movie they play all the music and it go fast and they go from this point to that point. Like, when you change it, especially if you grew up with people, which is a blessing. A lot of people don't have that friendship, whether they fall out or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, to grow up with somebody and then to get like a mutual understanding at different points of life, I feel like that says a lot. But I don't know. I had a couple people that kind of, because I'm really like a shy person for real. So it's kind of like when I started taking what I'm doing serious to the fact of actually getting out here at it, whether I had somebody with me or not. It took a while, and taking a while, I guess, for some people to kind of accept that that's what's going on with how I'm moving now. I don't know. So, I mean, I don't hold it against them because, you know, I feel like the memory likes to be comfortable. So the last place they remember me being how I was is the comfortable spot with me. So I give people a couple of little minutes, you know, catch up with me now. You know? Same thing, so like this Snapchat get you. But
I'm trying to make sure.
yes, but you know, I don't like just growing stripes. I try not to take nothing too serious in that phase, and I feel like you can kind of, you might can't put your finger on at that particular time, but you can feel when it's when you're trying, you know, you're in that groove spot when you kind of moving to get to where you kind of want to be comfortable a little bit. As you know, it's gonna have to shake up again in a while, but you know, yeah.
Because look, the weirdest thing I've been at lately is like really looking at my circle. Because over the time, I'm focused on mainly this. I'm like, and my therapist was talking about it. She's like, I'm growing some friendships. And I be thinking like now, I'm like, dang, I know I don't talk to people like that on a regular basis. But I was like, dang, when I do talk to them, it's just like, boom, back to where we started. It's like, it's a good feeling. It's like I can escape from my world onto this world. But you be thinking like, you look at the older we get, the more responsibility we got, and like less time we get to spend with each other. Like, I ain't like me and Kim, we don't see each other hardly. I call them majority of the time, check on them, but then that we don't see each other like on a. We used to be like, I think we used to be over at his house every night playing 2K with my homeboy Mike for literally like a year or 2 years straight.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie. At the same time, I used to think like this. I was like, dang, I'm wasting my time just playing these video games. I was like, bro, I got shit I want to do.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. But like, that was some great moments, great times. Ordering Hungry Howie's.
Yeah, it's part of your story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But we used to stay up to like, I think like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Knowing we gotta get our ass up and go, and then do this whole thing all over again.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I love it. But now I don't even play games. Because I was like, man, I had got so focused on, like, I got stuff I want to do. The thing about it too, now I'm doing all this stuff, I kind of miss having the time to be like, oh, let me go play 2K and everything. Like,
that's the beauty of that memory, though. You got something to look. Like, I might jump back to.
No, like they still be playing, but low key, I ain't about to jump in and they gonna kick my ass. No, I ain't gonna lie.
They keep them skills.
I make time for that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just picking back off that part, you know, like it is funny to bring it up because, you know, back then we were like young men though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you look at yourself back then, that's what a young man gonna do. You know, waste his time sometimes with the homies hanging out, doing what you're supposed to do. Like I said, like that next 5 years up, you look back like, okay, bro, I could have been
Doing
hustling, doing your own thing, you know what I'm saying, not doing what your homie. But if you look at a certain perspective, you capture the time to help with your time management now.
So is it really time wasted?
So is it really time wasted? You know what I'm
Because you might
saying?
not have been ready to be. All that was probably gearing you up too. Them thoughts was probably getting ready to push you where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
actually, now that y'all said that, they were a big catalyst and everything because there's nothing wrong with it because, like I said, that was golden time. And I used to like, older brother Kenny. That's like my Mr. Feet. Everybody don't know. Like, I go to Kenny, like, Kenny. Yeah, I'm like really like I go to him for my advice. I'm like Eric. I'm like, Mr. Kenny, what should I do? That was like me and Kenny. I used to try to ask him every time, like the guru. I'm like, hey, I'm talking to Guru. But like, it did because from that moment when I finally said, you know what, I can't be wasting my time here no more. I started focusing on where my time was put and where it was placed and who was it with. I try to cut down to like probably once or twice a week going over there because we had a little drafted team and everything, and my team was kind of wrong.
Yeah. Yes,
but to like me to completely stop going over there because I started throwing parties, making more money. I'm like, all right, what I want to do. Like, got back in school, almost finished graduating before I dropped out the next time. And then the thing like damn, women took a part of my time. Kids trying to figure out like finances wise as well and everything else, time and everything. It's like funny thing about it, shit didn't ever get easier. It's like the older you get, the more you get on your plate. And it's like you got a buffet and there's a non-ending serving. And no matter the longer you sit there, the more you're gonna have on your plate and you ain't allowed to eat it. So you can't never really get nothing off your plate. And you be like, hey man, I don't want no more. It's like and it sucks.
I try myself to think about, pay attention to the fact that it's all about how you look at it too. Yeah. I used to be like, man, that's some bullshit. I'm looking at it like great angle, and I'm still like, this is bullshit. But over time, that's true though. It really is how you look at it. Yeah. And I also learned too that doesn't mean you're gonna feel different at the time. You know, you still human. That's just another part you see in the movie. If they get it right and they move on, but yeah, it's gonna still linger a little bit, you know.
So I got a question I want to put on the floor. It's kind of a mad question. It's kind of a question you might think back of. But since you've been 21, okay, let's just consider you're 21, your grown point. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of us are still playing around to about 25. You know what I'm saying? Still hanging out, still bullshitting to about 25 or so, give or take some of us, whatever. But in your opinion, I want to go around the room. Just curious. I'm curious to know how much time. Let's say on a 1 to 10 ratio, how much time, 1 to 10, did you give to somebody else versus did you spend on yourself? And I started off by saying, I would say I gave about, out of 10, I would say I gave about 5 to my family, making sure they're straight, running behind them, you know what I'm saying, trying to see what they were doing, fixing their mistakes, you know, giving them what they needed, giving them my time that they needed to get what they needed done. I might have gave 2 to myself, you know, just my personal time doing what I wanted to do. I would say like 2.5, almost 3. I would say if I start with 5 and I go 3 myself, I would say I'm going to go back to 2. I'm going to go back to 2. That'll give me 7. And I would give the other 3 really just to work. Work ties up, you know what I'm saying? So much of your time trying to just keep yourself afloat, you know, keep all your means, you know, where they need to be. And so I'm gonna say my number is 2. Okay, for the time I gave to myself versus what I spent on everybody else. And at the end of, you know what I'm saying, once you find your number, I want to ask everybody, do you think that was fair? Ooh. Do you think that was fair? At the age you are now.
You said, so basically, we going all the way from 21, right?
Just after the age of 21. You
after
know,
21?
Anything under 21, you was young, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have the ambitions you would have had, you know what I'm saying, when you was coming up. Anything after 21, you was considered an adult, you know what I'm saying? So you got to do what you want to do with your time. So I'm going to say my number is 2 once I calculated it. And when I say was it fair? And when I say fair, I mean, like, how do you feel about it, you know what I'm saying? I would say it was unfair. It was unfair to myself. The amount of time that I spent on other stuff that was not specifically focused on me. And that's that. Like I said, I'm in my 30s now, so that give me roughly 10 years to calculate that time. You know what I'm saying? So what about y'all?
Who next? I'll let y'all go first.
For me, I say I gave myself about a 7, and I'll say that because, like I said, I was like the shyest but not shy person. So it's like a lot of people didn't even know about unless you was real close to me. People didn't know I wanted to, be a single for real, or either just in the entertainment field. For real, my bad.
Oh, you good? You good?
But so I kept a lot of that to myself. But when I was always practicing. I didn't know it was practice then, but I'll be in the house, put on a full concert to nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would feel like I was nurturing my craft or whatever, but it wasn't in the right mind state. I wasn't looking at it that way. I was just doing something because at the time I didn't see the angle or how to do it outside of that. So I gave myself a 7 for that reason. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not because, I was kind of withholding in the same breath. So, but when it comes to, I give the rest to my friends and family because I used to really, and I still am, but if a drop of died, I could be in the middle of doing that concert. Somebody be like, "Hey, I need a ride here," and this, that.
And you go.
I was gone. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Do I think it was fair? I really don't know. I don't know if it was fair or not because I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I really don't know.
Depending on what you basing it off of,
Yeah.
Right.
The reason I say mine was unfair because I know there was a lot I wanted to do that I feel like I was not able to accomplish because I was not focused on, myself and my goals or, my potential overall. A lot could have been done with my time and my life, when I was so focused on other things that I only gave myself that percentage. And so overall, let's say if I could have, used that time more wisely to spread it in a different, ratio, I felt like it would have been more fair. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that fair word is a fine line. It depends on how you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in that case, then I feel like it was fair because if I probably had some of the opportunities I had now, then, yeah, probably.
Wouldn't appreciate.
A lot of situations I've been in too. Like my temper was a whole nother conversation. Like that was just, I ain't even really too much like who he was when he was doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I say it was fair because I wasn't ready for. If I'm basing it off where I'm at now, I really wasn't ready. I always wanted it. I always was dreaming about it. Felt it more than I could see it, but I wasn't ready. So right now I feel like I'm in the right space at the right time. But sometimes I be feeling thrown off a lot of stuff. I still feel like, you have the moments when it come full circle, people like, okay, yeah. And they actually has hit my mind before, like, boy, if you get 25 in this situation, it would be a whole different scenario right now. So, I mean, I say it was fair, for what it was.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Kendall?
I feel like I give myself maybe like an 8. I feel like if I'm looking at it back then, I was putting more time into myself than I really was aware of. You know what I'm saying? So when I look back on it, like I didn't get to where I'm at the way I guess wanted to, but I got here. So everything I look back on, like, okay, I accomplished everything I wanted to do back then. So that means I can say I definitely put enough in for myself. And then I feel like, the rest go to your family. I'm a family man, so my mom, my brother, make sure I'm there for them, homies, and all that kind of stuff. So, then to go if it's fair, and yeah, it's fair. I feel like without that 2 people I'm presenting with my peoples, I wouldn't be who I am. So I gave enough to them so they could help me be enough for myself. So that's kind of how I look at it. So it is kind of fair, And, you got your stripes, to prove it, like you saying with your career. You know what I'm saying? You looking back, all right, I did what I'm supposed to do for mine, get it. So.
The funny thing about it, at 21, I was in Hawaii. I was in the military. I already had that mindset shift because I started doing network marketing, messing with people, personal development. Even though I was never reading the books, like I said, I was reading and doing all the stuff I should have been doing. Like, I did put a lot of time into me, even after I had my son. I put a lot of time still into me. Even to this day, I still put a lot of time into me. But I say my shift was, especially like after I got my little situation like 3-4 years ago, I started being more cautious about what I do and what I'm actually putting my time into. Because I already know the end goal is everything to be passed on to my kids. I gotta go get it. I ain't got the millions and all that stuff like these people got. I'm trying to go get it. I'm a single parent doing it. Mm-hmm. Then, family wise, my friends became my family.
Yeah.
And that type of stuff. I'll spend more time with my friends like Kendall, Mike, Harry, Jeremy, Marcus. I spend more time with them than I was with my mom. I talk to them more about stuff than I do with my mom and my sisters. Even I spend more time with them than I deal with my son. But after that situation, I was like really big on like, when you have everything about to be ripped away from you, you really see what is really important to you. So I was like, nah, never see let my son see me in. Just how my son seen me on the TV screen, on the movie screen, he also seen me in chains in the courtroom. That I had the worst feeling ever, and I had the best feeling ever. He seen both of them. I'm trying to erase. I don't know if you can ever erase that out of his head, but I'm trying to let him know that, hey, I'm bust my ass. No matter if I may be missing some time from you, around you, but I gotta make sure for not on everything you see, Dad achieved this. He didn't let that stop him. I don't want that bad memory to be the last memory. I want all the good memories. So for right now, I ain't as selfish as with my time for myself as I used to be, because I'm trying to spend much time with them as well too, because I ain't gonna lie, I always thought I was gonna die young, to be honest. I'm the crazy friend, so I always thought I was gonna die young. So I was like, man, you never know what may happen. You never know what may happen at any time, any moment. So I really want to, spend that time with them. Like, I'm like, just in case, something happened. That's the reason why even this podcast was formed. So I was like, man, just in case something happened to me, you got to go to hear your dad give some types of wisdom, some knowledge, and everything else to guide you through whatever you're going through at the end of that moment. So, do I think it's fair? It's not fair to them, but I realized it was fair for me because what I'm trying to do for them. Because I'm trying to make it so next time, the next generation, they ain't got to worry about this. They ain't got to, you got a little more of a cushion. You got to live in
financial freedom too comes from resources.
Yes.
Kids might be hell of a lot smarter than us. They might be way more, go get in the areas we thought we were in. So, resources behind. They picked it up and run with it. Can make hell of more money than they would have if you would have just been some cash sitting there for them sometimes. So, like I said, it's all about how the chips crumble, like they say, okay?
All right, I'm gonna put another question on the floor. And I just felt them great answers. Thank y'all, gentlemen, for answering them questions. That's giving me information. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about my own decisions and going forward. But so just thinking about, like I said, from 21 to now, everybody having at least 10 or so years of, base that information off of going forward. Okay, everybody in here, of course, in that 30 plus, area. And so life is short. You never know how much time you might have. And so going forward, based on the time that you spent doing the things you did or not doing the things you wanted to do, or, doing it for certain reasons, is there anything that you plan on changing with your time going forward? Still basing it off that 1-to-10 ratio. And so for me, I would say really, like I say, my me time and what I invested in myself in the beginning, based on everything else that was surrounding me, I'm really looking to get that time back. Okay, because we all, roughly a quarter, almost a halfway, into our lifetime. And so, you only gonna get 4 quarters, you know what I mean? You ain't never seen no game go over 4 quarters, and I ain't but a few games that go into overtime. Same thing with your life. And so I'm looking to reinvest that time right now into my craft, into my health, just into my me time, getting back and experiencing the things that I wanted to experience. So I feel like I should have built myself up for in the last 10 in these next 5. I'm not even going to shoot for the whole 10 because I don't know what I might do after, I plan for these next 5. And so just going back to the fairness of it all, I feel like that's totally fair because of, how I invested my time in the beginning. I don't think anybody should have anything to say about, if I redirect, my goals in life, what I'm looking to get out of this next chapter, because I would say I gave them, a portion of that time to just help people around me, or to, get everybody to the level that we all wanted to be on at one time. I never tried to leave nobody behind and stuff like that. And so I would say on my numbers, I'm looking to change my numbers to go up at least 3%. I'm trying to make my next me time or my next investment a 6 out of my 10. Now, what I'm gonna do with the other 4, it depends. I'm in a new relationship. I'm looking to, get moved to a new house soon. I might, I want to have a kid soon. I'm looking to, travel, see the world more because I didn't get a chance to do certain things with my first period of chapter. And so that's what I'm thinking. And I'll go up another 3. What about y'all?
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like for me, I'm pushing to the 10. I feel like I'm at about a 9 right now. That's only because I feel like I overdo it when it comes to trying to do it, if that makes sense. Like I learned myself. I mean, I always knew, but it felt kind of like, out of body experience to see myself. I caught myself like, you kind of, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like it's a lot of stuff you got it in you, but you don't really see yourself until you do it. You know what I'm saying? So when I started, but take it back here to explain it. When I started doing music, I knew a couple people here and there. You know what I'm saying? But not enough to network and move myself into the million. So I had to get outside of that shy person. Because I ain't shy once I opened up, but the mission, I could put it like this. I could be in the classroom with y'all for a whole year with no beef, no nothing, but I still would be able to not know y'all, like in the past. That's kind of how I could be like, it's people now that I've been known for like 5 years, and we only have a dealing from whatever the dealing is. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of that, it's nothing like, hey, no extra conversation. I'm very kind of like, and I've that's been perceived the wrong way sometimes by me as well. So with that being said, I do want to be more transparent, I guess, as far as like when people around me, because a lot of time I've been perceived a completely different way, and I'm like, well, nah, that's the farthest thing from how we talked about this too on the episode. Like, nah, I'm nowhere near that. I'm just kind of chilling, I'm trying to scope room, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel the vibe.
Yeah. Basically, too, my perception of myself is not what other people see, and I'm aware of that now. So I don't come in the room like, well, I gotta change this. No, I mean, I feel like I have responsibility, but I want people to understand who I really am. 2, I mean, I'm not gonna overcompensate, so I'm let you, but I'm gonna give you the just due to let you know who I really am if I put myself in that space to do so. I'm just trying to grow in that area. I'm also learning too that I don't have to. I learned to trust myself. I learned to trust myself as far as like with my grind and like I said, 1-man band, and I kind of it's annoying, but I like it because ain't nobody doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? When I had my management team at the time, hell, I was booking my own stuff still, and I was writing them like, this is what I got going on. If you can pick back off this, find this, let's do that. But this is kind of what I'm doing. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I want to get to that 10, and I feel like that's the way for me to do it. Me be a little more social within my groups a little more. Cause like same way when I met you, I reached out to you. Like you had a paint party going on. I was like, hey, you got any performers on that? I don't mind reaching out. So I feel like yeah, that's the only thing that stops me from being at 10 is fulfilling that part of it a little more.
Yeah. What about you, Kimber?
I think I'll keep mine like it is. I feel like I got no time for myself, and then now I'm older, I'm learning how to use that time more wisely, if anything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna put the same amount of time because, I feel like that extra two I'm giving my family or whatever, or whoever I'm helping or helping me, I feel like that's just way more important than myself sometimes. Because, you all gonna need somebody in the next 30 years or however long to help you along, and you hope it's those people that you invested in. So, when it comes to myself, I feel like I'm straight, and I don't know about all y'all, but like I'm a believer in all that kind of that stuff. So I feel like that time for myself is me and his relationship, so that when my time comes, I'm good to go. So I feel like that 8 you put in yourself and the extra little 2 for people, it's all going to be fair. But I definitely, like you saying, put up full 10 can help you get higher.
I respect that too, though. I like the fact that you're content. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we don't hear that a lot either. We have these conversations, people we always throwing around where we change, how we change. It's comforting to hear somebody that's content, to let you know when you do get a space, you feel confident. You don't have to always feel like, do I need to reach a little more? Do I need to do a little more? Or, you might just be cool where you at. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I respect that.
For sure.
Well, see, for me, all right, this is gonna sound weird. As much as I want to give my kids more time, I feel like I still gotta give more time to myself. It is weird because I know I need. It's like I know what I need to do on both sides, but both sides are competing with each other until more finances start coming in with everything else. Until I can say, all right, I can leave this 9 to 5. Now I got more time to open up my day to spend with y'all. Like I still gotta get it.
Right.
So the next 5 years, like I really feel like my next 5 years, my grind years, because like the other 5, and I'm gonna say the other 10, 5 of it was like trying to figure out what I want to do, who I was. The last 5 was actually, all right, no, this is what I want to do. Now I'm doing what I want to do, and now it's like manifesting everything that I've been putting in this work for coming like now.
Right.
I was like, yeah, these years are kind of pivotal for my kids, but I already know what will be more pivotal for them in the future. When I achieve these different things, I need to now provide you more opportunities, more outlets for you to do what you want to do. Because yeah, it even when it comes like the dating and everything too. As much as I've been feeling like, all right, I want to go out there and start dating more, but when I date around. Like now I'm looking at it, it's like, man, that takes away time from what I'm doing and my kids.
Right.
And if it's not them two, because like now I ain't gonna lie, I got another question though. I got a question to piggyback. So when is it, all right, when you give somebody the opportunity to have some of your time and they do not take the opportunity, how long does it take y'all to realize that and move away from them misusing your time? Well, I ain't gonna say misusing because they may have other stuff going on, but I'm like, hey, I've been trying to give you the opportunity to get some of this time.
Right.
That I really got this little bit of. I may make it seem like it's a lot, but I just know that, hey, I got this. I'm boxing this time off of you, and you just keep, boom, throwing it to the side. When is like enough is enough?
Listen to it, I feel like, I don't know. If I give somebody my time or whatever, that's my choice. So I always look at it like from their perspective. They didn't ask for my time. I chose to give them my time. You know what I'm saying? So if they didn't ask for my time, and I just choose to give them my time, they have every right to say, "Look, bro, I got what's going on. What to do?" So it's like I look at it out of like respect. You know what I'm saying? So respect your time. So my time isn't like valued by you. I only respect the fact that you're giving your time to yourself right now. So I'm gonna keep it moving. So to answer the question, it don't take me very long because if I choose to give my time and you take it, all right, bet. We good people. I know how to read people, figure out goals like that. So, I think it's like a lot of respect and just how long it takes.
I'll say last.
You want to go last?
Oh,
gonna be a little different.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't take shit personal right now.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's kind of like,
basically,
it's just kind of like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I try to keep myself going with stuff, so, if that don't pan out. Yeah. Again, I look at myself as well. Like, a lot of, like, because a lot of times I have great intentions. Yeah. But then I get the situation, either like something to pop up. Like I say, I keep a schedule in my head, and sometimes days don't hit till after I make another one. I'm like, oh shit!
You on the double book.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna try to. And then I have a problem too, but I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna cancel it. I'm gonna do both. Oh, I'm gonna do all three of them, and then I might get it done, but then that's when I drain myself a lot, So, I don't really take it personal, to be honest. Because I know sometimes for me, it might be sometimes where I might just not be it. I have learned that about myself. I have learned to say, hey, I ain't gonna make it. Because I used to be there dragging like, trying to see it through. Yeah. But now I'm like, nah, this is just, I'll be better for whatever situation is when I'm actually better to do it. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't hold that against nobody right now.
But see, I ain't gonna lie. I realize I kind of hold it against him, but now that Kendall said what he said, I can't really hold it against him because it's not like if I'm trying to give you my time and you do got other shit going on, I gotta respect that you got other shit going on. I just you communicate that you got other shit going on. If you communicate you got other shit going on, we cool. We can make shit work. Because I'm like, shoot, like I just try to tell them, words don't mean, no offense, words don't mean shit. Right. It's all about your actions. You can say this, that, and third all the time, but if you acting the complete opposite of what everything you're saying, then really, you're a bold-faced liar. Right. So I'm trying to make sure I read their actions now, because if I don't, I get sort of caught up before I actually get caught up in my head with everything else. Like, I'm like, man, then I self-sabotage. Yeah. What about you, Xavier? You said you want to be last.
Yeah, man, because I'm piggybacking on what Kendall said when it comes to giving people your time. I'm in a predicament right now, and I won't say predicament, but my life situation and choices is where I didn't get a chance to have a lot of people around me that were requesting my time. And so I was looking for people to give my time to. And so I found myself doing that a lot. When I was in the dating world, I'm like, oh, where this girl at? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for this girl, you know what I'm saying? Hey, can I get with you? Hey, can I get with you? So I found myself almost begging for somebody to get the time. And like picking back on what he said, you can't fault a person for not meeting your requirements in a sense when they didn't ask you for that.
Yep.
You know, if you giving yourself or what the time that you could be spending on other things or what's important to you to somebody, if they don't reciprocate, you know, or if they're not using that time to the best advantage of both of y'all or to any advantage at all, you still just really can't fault them people because they didn't ask for that. You know, and so I'm in a predicament right now where I'm in a relationship. Things are great right now. We're still in that honeymoon phase, and so my opinion on the concept is different coming off what I said at the beginning. Like I said, I was giving my time to so many people, and so in at this chapter, I'm finding myself debating on, you know, how do I want to spend somebody else's time that's doing the same thing to me, because me and the girl that I'm dating, you know, we're both young, we're having children, and we're looking to have children together, and so I'm looking to see how can I make the best of the time that she's giving to me. Like, how do I want to reciprocate all the things that I would have wanted to get from another person? You know what I'm saying? How can I turn around and use those experiences to give that person the same thing that I wanted without fucking that up?
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes you don't always get the chance to, like I said, my predicament, nobody was getting my time. I was begging somebody to want my time. And so now that somebody is giving the time to me, I'm trying to take all my experiences and make the best adult, mature decision on how I want to give that time or how I want to respect, you know what I'm saying, their decision to give that time to me. Because I want to be able to give them the same thing I wanted without, you know what I'm saying, fucking it up in a sense overall. Because I used to be a fuck up kind of guy. You know, I used to be the kind of guy that would take things for granted or take things that I didn't know, you know, were important and just kind of waste them. And so this is not one of the things that I want to waste, because I know that, you know, she's looking for the same thing about life, you know, looking for the same things that I'm looking for out of friendships and relationships overall. And so, like I said, my opinion on that is different. Is, you know, instead of how do I feel about people using my time, I'm coming from a perspective of, you know, how can I give somebody else that same respect?
I mean, I feel like, you know, that sense is like you said, like back then you were trying to give your time away. You know what I'm saying? Like, to whomever would have taken it, you'd be like, all right, bet you find something about my time, I'm about to go all out with it. You know, so like you kind of getting that. So, you know, I feel like we all was there at some point. You know, when I was hearing it, I was like, yeah, that was me back then too. You know, to a certain extent, I was trying to like, I'm this, that, and the third, and you know, and it wouldn't work. So you're like, what the freak going on? And so now, you know, like you're saying, you're in a situation where you're trying to, you know, have that mutual respect. You know what I'm saying, without like overdoing it. And sometimes I feel like you just gotta let that person just walk you through it. You know what I'm saying? So like, trust that time, trust yourself with it, trust what you learned from back then, and just use it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, because I'm in the same boat you in to a certain extent. You know, learn how to trust somebody with my time, treat my time, you know, appropriately, not like giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? So learning how to do that is difficult, but should come with time.
My person has pretty much given me all the time. And she's a sweetheart, you know. I'm just speaking of relationships overall, but she's definitely a sweetheart, you know what I mean? We went from, you know what I'm saying, having no spend the time with to her. She's giving me every waking moment, you know what I'm saying? Anything I want is mine, you know. So I'm relearning how to respect, you know what I'm saying, and not abuse that, you know. It's easy to, I finally got this, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never had this, but I'm still kind of in that old mindset where, you know, I could do it any kind of way I want to do it, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta think better than that. You gotta understand, like, what if that was you? What if you were, you know what I'm saying, a few years younger? What if you had found somebody that had something you wanted, and, you know, I don't want to say abusing your time, but just taking you for granted. And since we on time management, time is not something to take for granted, you know. Anything could happen, you know, overnight, and that person could be taken away from you. And so, like I said, she giving me damn near 90%. You know, we damn near together every waking moment. You know, she leaning on me, I'm leaning on her. You know what I'm saying? She called me the other day. You know, I'm missing you. I just need your presence. You know what I'm saying? I want you around. You know, and so she looking for me to give me her time the same way. And so I'm just learning, like I say, have that same respect for another person, or grow that within myself. The same thing I would want.
For sure.
So is that like a comfortable space for you at this time frame, being from how you was speaking on how it used to be?
I would say it's very much so uncomfortable, based on family relationships, friends, my life choices overall. It's very much so new, and I'm appreciating it right now.
Yeah.
Because I never had a person that was giving me that type of time, but with a positive experience. Like I said, when I was giving a whole 5% of my 10 to my family, it wasn't no positive experience. Right. Like we was maintaining, we was arguing, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no happy situation. But I'm still giving my all to that to try to make it become better. With this, I don't have to try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? We on this same wavelength right now, and so I'm really just kind of riding the wave and enjoying the wave because it's waving. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to try to make the wave go or nothing like that.
I say lead by truth. Yeah. Just lead by truth. Open communication. A different way, and there's empathy for both of y'all to speak on with each other. You know what I'm saying? Let it be known, like, hey, I appreciate the time we give, and I love it, but this is a little different for me, and I kind of need to
breathe.
I'm not separating, take no space from you, but we plan on. Y'all plan on being together forever. We got a lot of more months and years to rekindle things. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir. But yo, man, hey. We could keep talking about time all the time, but we actually ran out of time to talk about this time. But I'm gonna leave everybody with some piece of advice. Stuff I learned from therapy about that time. Xavier, with you, don't bring the bad times to the good time. Let the good time roll. I'm in the same boat. I'm so used to I self-sabotage. Like my head, I play all these different scenarios already before you even come around, and then you gotta let the good time roll, because you deserve this. You deserve this good time. You deserve this love. You deserve somebody that actually want to give you positivity. You just gotta receive it, not think about what else. Let it be, let it grow, let it flow. You deserve it. When you really say, I deserve this and this is meant for me, blessings is gonna come in. King, yes. Same with you. It's like, man, hey, with the time you spend with people, make sure it's quality time, let them know you better. Hey, open up that shell every now and then. But after you feel the vibe, if they really awarding all the time, tell them to get the step, bro. You gotta go. And Kendall, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep opening up the time for those that mean the most to you. Keep growing. Don't let the buffet stop you from adding more to your plate.
You know what I'm saying?
True. Because, hey, the older you get, the more you get, more kids. They're gonna be stretched thin, but guess what? Even though I fuck them kids all the time, I love my kids. Oh yeah.
But most important to enjoy, man. You always keep saying, we only got one.
Yeah.
I ain't met a person who ain't had these problems. You know what I'm saying? So, enjoy. I'm gonna make some time, man, to get my back in the gym.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna be on time, man.
Yes, sir. But yo, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I want to thank y'all men for coming in on this episode from Boys to Men. Hey, like I said before, I always leave. Dream big dreams, because small dreams have a little magic. How big we dream, you can fail. And remember this, y'all do y'all best and let God take care of the rest. I love y'all. Thank y'all. And guess what? We is out.
I know that I'm different, self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone to take me serious. Real questions that I ask. ask, how long will this solo trip last? I'm content with being alone in the past, but it's changing and it's something I can't grasp. Turn off my phone, I'm in my zone, so now I'm acting different. I'm to myself, I'm in my head, mapping out this life I'm living. Shadow work on myself, I done already seen hell. Can't fit in, so I rebel, but I don't miss a beat.